The left-wing gender insanity being pushed on our children is an act of child abuse. Very simple.
Can someone please tell me what the hell is going on? I'll say this much. It's not the existence of trans people. Because that's exactly what's been bothering poor old Trumpy. Oh, poor baby. Uh, no. No, because you see, America, the land of freedom, is once again having certain people plot to eradicate the existence of trans people. Freedom indeed. Freedom to own guns, businesses, work, and pray to a questionable deity. Yep, that's the freedom that the right seems to only care about. But being trans? No.
I will sign a new executive order instructing every federal agency to cease all programs that promote the concept of sex and gender transition at any age.
See, although this man-child thinks that he can just start making up executive orders before he's even in power, if he gets voted back in, many people do believe he's never lost the presidency. But even crazier is that people do believe that he's a chosen person of righteousness by God to lead the nation. I'll give him this much. He does have an influence by the things he says. Just look at the crap he's already caused before he got elected last time. So, even though he's not in power right now, there are other people in the power that are working, if they haven't done so already in particular states, to do everything they can to stop providing transgender health services. Furthermore, believing that they can somehow stop people from getting the idea that they're even trans at all.
I will ask Congress to pass a bill establishing that the only genders recognized by the United States government are male and female, and they are assigned at birth.
Trump, I guess, can't fathom the idea that there are more than two genders. So, sorry, fellow non binary pals.
Here's my plan to stop the chemical, physical, and emotional mutilation of our youth.
I wonder if he's including circumcision in that list.
On day one, I will revoke Joe Biden's cruel policies on so-called gender-affirming care. Ridiculous. A process that includes giving kids puberty blockers, mutating their physical appearance, and ultimately performing surgery on minor children.
I also wonder if people like him think that trans people just merely existing around children is considered child abuse. It's always, think about the children until it becomes about the children. Then they can frick right off.
We will protect the rights of parents from being forced to allow their minor child to assume a gender which is new and an identity without the parent's consent.
Because denying trans kids the services they need is dangerous in a sense where one will have to consider the reasons to why the trans suicide rate is where it's at. Especially with teens who are more than likely the kids who would be seeking these treatments. Not kids of toddler age like the right would want us to believe.
We will also investigate whether Big Pharma or others have illegally marketed hormones and puberty blockers which are in no way licensed or approved for this use.
These treatments are safe and have been around for a while, and nobody's doing the surgeries he's thinking of to minors under consensual age, which in some states is at 16. It's just not to consent to sex. Jeez. But 18 and over, for the sake of argument, is the age where people are able to consent to things like medical procedures.
I will then ask Congress to permanently stop federal taxpayer dollars from being used to promote or pay for these procedures and pass a law prohibiting child sexual mutilation in all 50 states.
I think the worst thing is that he wants to make any transgender services inaccessible to people who don't financially have the means to do so without the help of insurance, which is a whole nother thing to discuss about. But restricting getting treatment at any age? That's crossing the line. I mean, how does he even plan to do that, I ask? This is all messed up.
The bill will also make clear that Title IX prohibits men from participating in women's sports.
And there goes the sports talk again.
No serious country should be telling its children that they were born with the wrong gender, a concept that was never heard of in all of human history. Nobody's ever heard of this, what's happening today.
Sure, buddy. Tell that to all my friends that have been trans for over decades.
It was all when the radical left invented it just a few years ago.
I know that Illinois at the moment, which is where I'm at, the Governor Pritzker has said that he would shield not only reproductive health care, but also gender affirming care. But if people like Trump, who are always after some sort of boogeyman to be afraid of, keep getting elected, we will get less places in the country to be a safe haven for people.
Under my leadership, this madness will end.
So let's not re-elect him. Let's stop electing people like him too. That's it for this one, everyone. Happy Valentine's Day to you all, and I love you. If no one said it to you, please let me be the one to say it. And as always, be you and embrace in self love. This is Junie, the apostate. Take care, everyone.